it's Mamie. Happy New Year. It's 2018. I cannot believe it's finally here. I'm so excited. I finally have a book chat video for you today. These are the books, these are my favorite books of 2017. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail with each book because I have book chats in previous videos, so I will link them down below if you want to hear a more in-depth chat about each book that I'm going to discuss here. Now, these are in no particular order. They're all my favorites for 2017, but I think my last two or three are probably my top favorite, but I couldn't narrow it down any less than these because these were my favorites. These were all 5-star ratings on Goodreads, and let's get right into it. So my first one is a young adult book called All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. 2017 was around my first year that I actually read some young adult. I think I've mentioned before my favorite genres are historical fiction, women's fiction, literary fiction, contemporary fiction. Those are all my favorite go-to genres that I normally gravitate toward. But I'm trying to broaden my horizons, so I did pick this up. A friend of mine at work and I read this together, and we both loved it. Now, trigger alert, there is some mental illness in this book and some suicide attempts. So I just want to bring that forth for you to know. But the book itself is just a beautiful, beautiful book. I loved it. And then I have 100 Summers by Beatrice Williams, set in the late 1930s on a coastal area. I think it's a fictional coastal area near Rhode Island. It's about a drama of families and about betrayal and friendship and love. It's a fabulous book. I love Beatrice Williams. I picked up other books by her because I loved this one so much. It is fantastic. This was fantastic, and I just highly recommend it. And then I have two, I couldn't decide which one I liked better, by Rosamund Pilcher, The Shell Seekers and September. They're both wonderful books. They're big, they're huge though. Like, let's see, this one's like over 620 pages, and this one's close to 600 pages. So they're pretty chunker books. And just so you know, if you're the type of person that needs really fast-paced, a lot happening, then you might not want to read these, because Rosamund Pilcher, I love her. I love her writing. I love her style. I love her descriptions. I feel like I'm actually at the place where she is describing, because it's so detailed and so vibrant. I could smell it. I can taste it. I can see everything she's talking about, but not much happens in her books. The characters are very well developed, but they're slow-paced books, but they're so beautiful. So September by Rosamund Pilcher and The Shell Seekers, I loved them both equally the same. I couldn't pick which one I liked better, so they're on my top list. And then I have The Cage, a Holocaust memoir by Ruth Minsky Sender. I have a more detailed chat for sure about this book, I know for sure. I'll link it down below, but this was fantastic. Sad, yes. However, it gives you a sense of hope and the redemptive parts of this book. It's so, you're going to cry. Bottom line, you're going to cry, but it's wonderful. So The Cage, a Holocaust memoir. And then Rory Feek wrote his memoir, This Life I Live, One Man's Extraordinary, Ordinary Life and the Woman Who Changed It Forever. Now, Rory Feek is a country singer. It was a husband and wife duet in country music, which I am not a country fan. I mean, I don't hate the genre of music, but it's something that I really personally have never purchased before. But this book was remarkable. I still think about it to this day, and I read it early last year, 2017. It's his story even before he met Joey. It's his story and like his demons of being raised the way he was raised, and when he had a couple of children before he met Joey, and then he met Joey, fell in love, and then they went into the business together, and then she got sick with cancer, and then she gave birth to a Down syndrome little girl. It's it's just a wonderful memoir. And he has a blog that I follow to this day because I just love his writing. It's so heartfelt and it's just so wonderful. Loved this book. Please pick it up and read it. But again, you'll cry with this one too. And then something out of the ordinary for me as well is this psychological thriller, Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. I love this book. I read it so fast because I couldn't put it down. I read it in like a day and a half. Psychological thriller of this crazy man who, I don't want to give it away. I'm not even going to say anything. It's just kind of scary. It's a little scary, but it was really, really good. So I loved this book. I gave it a 5 too. Now my top 3 of the year, Fredrik Backman, A Man Called Ove. I have talked about Fredrik Backman numerous times on my channel. Love his writing, love his sense of humor. I just love everything about this man. But this was definitely my favorite one out of, I think I've read 3 of his so far. This is my favorite one out of those 3 as of now. So, and then Paper Butterflies was a book. This is also a young adult book by Lisa Heathfield that I read with the gals on hashtag on the BookTube shelf, I think was their channel. But now they have a Goodreads group instead of that group. So check that out. I'll link them down below. But I read this with them one month, and this is fantastic. But also, there's a little bit of child abuse in this. So I just want you to be aware. Trigger alert. There's some child abuse, some mental illness in this. So be prepared. But it was fantastic. I still think of these characters today. I still do. Very well written. And my favorite was The Clay Girl by Heather Tucker. I have talked about this book nonstop throughout the whole year. Loved The Clay Girl. Heather Tucker, I think the sequel, oh goodness, I'm not sure when the sequel comes out, but she is writing a sequel to this, and I cannot wait. I hope it comes out soon, if not already. I'm not sure. But I loved this book, and I think about these characters constantly as well. So I hope you guys like this video. If you have read any of these, please leave me a comment below in the comments down below. I would love to discuss any of these books with you. Or if you have any intentions on reading them, please leave me a comment below so we can chat about it. So I hope you guys are well. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Take care. Bye.